back to the Michigan Business Beat, brought to you on the Michigan Business Network. Chris Holman here, and we're coming to you from our studios at the Capital Region International Airport. And we're going to stay in this area. We're going to go downtown to Michigan, or Lansing, I'm sorry. Brian Town joins us. He's the owner and CEO of Michigan Creative. And Brian, it's always good to spend time with you. How you doing?
I'm good, Chris. Thank you so much. Has been a while. I've seen you around, but haven't been on the show and probably since you were 3 buildings ago.
I would that's just
Four.
about right. By
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
four anyway. Yeah, well, and then they're all sold now, by the way. So
Nice.
no longer my own landlord because it was difficult to get me to pay rent.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to have you as a tenant. That's for sure.
Telling you. Hey, listen, let's remind our business community what Michigan Creative does.
Yeah, so we call ourselves a creative agency. I really like to say, every problem has a solution. So we are a marketing agency, ad agency. We do PR too, but I love that idea of a creative agency because I love the idea of being creative, not just in making like I can't do you wouldn't want me doing your graphic design. But I'm great at solving complex problems in a creative way, and that's what we love to do. And I think that's a simple way to say what marketing is. I think, we overcomplicate it a little bit, but that's what I like to say. We are a marketing agency and we do everything from web design, video production, graphic design, brands and logos. And we have got a great video team as well. So
And you do everything from entrepreneurs and startups to major corporations. What kind of sets your clients and their services apart from other companies in your sector?
yeah, I mean, our goal really is, and this is changing. And we've had a lot of I have, kind of made a lot of changes just in the last couple months because here we are 13 years old now. And so now, it's always at that time, that 10, 11 years when you're like, all right, now we gotta, kind of refocus and change. But I think our biggest thing is one, we have everybody here. So everybody is not necessarily in the office, but they're in mid-Michigan that works for us. And that's something that we've always tried to do. But we work on a national scale. And really what we want to do is before, some people call us and they need a logo or they need some marketing help or social media. And I think we really are doing a great job of finding out what they really need, and stepping back a little bit to really give them what we think is going to work best. But there's a lot of great agencies in town. I think here in Old Town, like we always said, if somebody really wanted to take down all creative work in mid Michigan, if they just kind of, you know, took out a few few places here, would have no creative work because literally most of the agencies are within 1 square mile of right here.
Well, and it's
And
a creative area.
it is. It is. But I think our biggest thing is that we meet the client where they're at. We love to solve complex problems, and I think some agencies, not anybody here, but I think people get tired of agencies because they overcomplicate stuff. And we're just trying to. It's not hard. Marketing is not hard. It's real simple. If you have someone that can kind of hear your vision and then help you execute on that vision. So that's my favorite thing to do. That's all I want to do all day long.
Solve problems. Boy, do I need you more in my
Yeah,
life.
yeah.
Hey, listen, let's talk about some highlights in 23. How did that year go?
Yeah, it was good. It was good and a struggle. I'm working on my coaching. I'm doing a lot of that. I'm working on a book, and the book is going to be called, well, working title. My editor's not going to let me do it. Is How Not to Run a Business. And I think would be great, right? Because my
My
wife's yeah,
Am I your case study?
yeah, well, it's all about 14 chapters is Chris Holman. But the my wife and I she runs a business too, a very successful business, much more successful than me because she's smarter. But we laugh a lot about is business is hard, and it looks glamorous and it sounds glamorous, but running a business and managing a team and clients and also having a personal life and children, I mean, it is very difficult. And sometimes, I don't do everything right. And if you follow the extreme ownership model, it's all my fault. And so we had a great year. Put it all right. So put it lightly, we had a great year, but it was it was hard because we had a bunch of clients, and so we staffed up a little bit, and then that didn't really work out, and we lost a couple staff members to remote jobs, great remote jobs, that I couldn't compete with. And so we had to really take a look at our processes and kind of who we wanted to be. So it ended up, the end of the year just being one of our best years. And I can't wait for 24. I mean, I think it's our breakout year. It took us 13 years to have one, but whatever.
Well, no, and you never know when they're going to come,
Oh,
but
I know.
they come after kind of a reorg, kind of a
Yeah.
strategic planning system. So with that, you're expecting great things in 24.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never been, and honestly, Chris, like it's all my mindset. Like last year was hard, and I'm reading I this book came in the mail with Stephen Pressfield. He's written a couple books, The Daily Pressfield, but it talks about this thing called resistance. And I'm not a super emotional guy, but when I read it, I was like, that's what I have. It's resistance, this creative block that maybe I can't do or can't be what I think. And I know people say this, but it was like an 1 minute shift in mindset that everything is possible. And I need to be that force in my company so that I can improve the lives of everybody that works here. It's not going to work.
It's amazing how every now and then just a little clunk on the head reminds you of
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
you know what I
I
mean?
wish it didn't happen when I was 50, but whatever.
That's all right. You get
Yeah.
over a clunk on the head.
Yeah.
Brian Town, owner and CEO of Michigan Creative. Thanks so much for joining us, my
All
friend.
right.
Have a very happy holiday, and we'll check in with you in 2024 to see how
That'd be
things.
great. Love talking to you. Thanks, everyone.
All right, guys. You're watching the Michigan Business Beat on the Michigan Business Network. I'm Chris Holman.